are familiar, we prefer to work in a settlement scheme, a unit, as a group, than farming individually. If you are going to plow, we know the entire, about 100 hectares is plowing. It's cheaper than bringing, you can't bring a caterpillar to a 1 hectare farm. Those guys don't even want to come.
The question is,
Igbo area where?
Igbo Ora.
Where?
We have in Shekpeteri also. Shekpeteri. I have my own farm in Shekpeteri. We call it about farm settlement. And I think in London too, farm land should not be a problem for you.
We are close to that.
Yeah.
There are no farms.
It's actually a creation of Chief Obafemi
Yes.
in the 60s. And it was meant to bring farmers together under a common umbrella. Let us have this farm settlement, let us build schools on the settlement, let us build markets on the settlement, let us build recreation centers on the settlement, so that farmers are not living their settlement. Everything they need is on this settlement. Last year, 2011, we had the 50th anniversary of that initiative. We did that in Lagos Stadium in Ibadan. The 50th anniversary of the settlement scheme in agriculture by Obafemi. And those Abas are still there. That started that initiative 50 years ago. Some of them are still around now. But when you hear their complaints, when you hear their stories, they are not encouraging because government has abandoned that initiative. No roads to the settlement. Everything that they promised them is not there. But the advantage of settlement is we could talk to all of us now. How many of us are here? Up to like 20. And we have about 100 hectares cassava plantation. And we need fertilizer. What we just do is we go to Notori. How many of us go to Notori? Yeah, we go and negotiate with them. We have 20 cassava farmers. Notori. Former Nigerian fertilizer company. I was bought by Chief James.
Somewhere in Port
They have the head office in Pia. I've interviewed their ED before. They are doing very well. The economic government is the biggest spender. So, because of the political crisis, they removed their purchasing support. They prefer to go and import fertilizer from China than buying from that country. So that they will frustrate the investment and make it to collapse. Yeah, but those guys are survivors. Yeah, they are really survivors. They are experts. Yeah. So we just go to Notori and go and tell them we have 20 farmers in this place. They want to hear that. And we need this bags, 800 bags, and this is what we can afford. This is our price. We're not buying at 2,500, we're buying at 2,000. We have a negotiating power because of the volume of business they want to do with us.
I'd like to take you back a bit.
Okay.
You mentioned that we should think industrial.
Yes.
And then the farmer is playing the farm.
Yes.
You gave a big example how you were able to sell cassava chips to Guinness.
Yeah.
Now, how do you integrate your thinking process back to the farm so that the farmer will know that he can?
Okay. How do we take back the process to the farm so that the farmer can benefit from whatever initiative we are doing? Yeah. I'm sorry to say this is what we are doing. Yeah, one of this is what we are doing. But you know what is asking is the prosperity we are trying to create at that level. How are we going to ensure is it will rub back or rub off positively on the farmers in the local level and the local level? That's what we are asking, sir. Yeah, you want to answer?
Okay, right.
Okay. Basically, it's going to rub off. One way or the other is going to rub off. But one thing is that the farmers must also start helping themselves. What we are doing as industrialists or as business people in agriculture, agribusiness professionals, is that we are trying to create opportunities for ourselves. Opportunities that yesterday were not there for our fathers, we are trying to create it for ourselves. So the farmers must also start thinking of helping themselves. They have an association. They have a farm. All Farmers Association of Nigeria. Unfortunately, most of what we hear is they are fighting for presidency, They want to do contest for president, they are big election, somebody do win, and all that. For farmers to access loan through AFAN is a problem. Then you ask yourself, what is the benefit of the association? For them to go and organize training for farmers on best practices, they don't. Farmers are having problems. At the time, we are having cassava glut in Nigeria once every 3 seasons. As in, it will be so messed up that nobody would have buyers for it before the cassava flour and another initiative came. The AFAN, we are not doing anything. And we are hearing in China, in Indonesia, in Thailand, what those guys are doing in cassava. You understand? They are not doing anything at that level. So basically, the farmers must generation what the age we are in demands of them as primary producer. Of course, nobody can joke with producers. You understand? But producers, that is actually the bottom line. It will rub off positively, of course. When I have demands for cassava chips, the farmers are the one that will produce the tubers, which I will use for my chips, and I will sell to the industrial market. But the bottom line is the farmers will also help themselves. I'm not able to help them as I wish to. Farmers in Nigeria need funds. That is one of the major things that is harrowing agricultural production in Nigeria. But they cannot access funds. Because they cannot even prepare a good business plan that will convince the banks. They don't. Before now, most CBS governments will tell you they don't invest in agriculture. Yeah, they don't. Because the farmers are not convincing them on why they should believe in it. The farmers are not even building their enterprise as a real business, as a real enterprise. The banks want to know the risk analysis. What is the risk level of this business? Yeah, you want to go into cassava farming. Yeah, what is the risk level? What are the risk levels?
I think you said it earlier. We're not farmers, we are industrial farmers. Or
we are industrial farmers, yeah.
We're not farmers.
Yeah, but you said we should help the local farmers.
Yes, because I always think of them.
You always think of local farmers. And I'm saying the local farmers have to help themselves.
How can they help themselves?
How can they help?
When industrialists go to the market, they will help them by buying their
the whole of today, providing solutions for cassava farmers. Their problems are myriads.
Yeah.
They are in numbers, hundreds. If a farmer should stand up now and start highlighting the problem he's facing on a daily basis, we will not live here. You understand?
So let's move
We
forward.
will give them solutions in about 5,000, 6,000 per hectare from now.
Is it within Ogun State and
I mentioned the places.
only Oyo?
Only Oyo,
You
yes.
don't know any place in Ogun State that is
They are still working on that.
Sorry.
But basically what we want to encourage is a settlement scheme. You understand? We must also think outside just having farmlands also. Without farmlands and you'll be isolated.
I really would not get something like that from you. And for instance, I have not up to the area, but
Okay.
I usually go into production of cassava. I'm not be able to say make a supplement of maybe making a processing of going to industrial.
Okay.
How would I sell it?
And you don't
I don't have the opportunity of going to industry.
no, you don't have the opportunity of going to industries. Why?
You want to say
No, I'm asking a question.
Okay.
as per the volume.
As per the volume that are producing.
Okay.
When you are talking about industrial, you're talking about a lot of.
No. They can buy anything. In fact, one of the initiatives these industrial users are encouraging is to patronize small-scale farm owners,
Okay.
so that the number of lives they are affecting would be higher. In fact, they don't like buying from one farmer. They need 100 tons and one farmer will just bring 100 tons of supply. No. They want to buy from 5 tons per farmer. So that eventually 20 farmers will supply them and 20 farmers will benefit from their largesse. You understand that? So even if you have as small as 5 tons, you could always see your buyers. The only problem that I give you is the proximity
Yeah, issue.
issue
Transportation.
to the sites.
Yeah.
because you're doing a very small volume, it's going to cost you higher than if you're doing a trailer load and all that. And one thing also is this, please, I said it earlier, we must think commercial. We are in this class just as if we want to set up a telecom company, or as if we want to set up a bank, or we want to set up a factory, as if we want to set up any normal business. That's why we are here. We are going to venture into agriculture as an industry, as an enterprise. That is how we should think on agriculture. The same way somebody that wants to set up a GSM file or whatever will give to Senate Bank. It's the same way I'm going to walk into Senate Bank and give them. That is the level at which we should operate. And now banks are giving support to agriculture. Dr. Abato just accessed some money from Union Bank, over $1 billion, animal care. Before now, nobody could do that.
Animal care.
Yeah. Dr. Abato. We all know him. He's one of the largest poultry producers in Nigeria. Yeah, but I heard about $1 billion recently, about 2-3 months ago, from Union Bank. Before now, banks will not even sit down on the same table with the farmer.
Exactly. That's true.
But because now they are seeing the industrial potentials in it.
I'd like to know
So, sir?
how much the consultants are helping the farmers to think.
Yes.
That is what worries me. This man is a plantain seller. He's at the mercy of this, my 12 people.
Yeah.
Everybody is at the mercy of my 12 people.
Yes.
So, how do you help us to think?
That is why I think I've answered the question. We have to create alternative markets.
We're bringing it back to the beginning.
Yes,
He
sir.
has said this is for us to.
My joint market is as old as Lagos itself. And I don't know, some of us here are not maybe not as old as that. Those are markets that we met, that have been created. The onus is on us to create new markets.
Is Nigeria ready for it?
Nigeria does not have to be ready for it. This is how we are business people.
But
You get ready for it, you create the setting.
You create the settings.
let's move forward.
Sir,
Okay,
that's why we
You
are
have to
here.
take responsibility.
That is
Because somebody helps you to take the things of himself.
It's a consultancy.
He's talking of consulting
That's
now.
Consultancy, yeah, of course.
Then you see him.
Yeah, there are agribusiness. I told you we have an institute. Institute of Professional Agriculturists of Nigeria. IPAN. I'm registrar and chief executive. And currently now we have up to 1,000 members that are professional farmers. Some of them are professors and doctors, some of them are practicing farmers. They've been in this business for so long. And I said now we are at the National Assembly. If not for bureaucracy, our bill that we passed at the National Assembly. But we are back to the House of Rep. It's going to be passed by the grace of God this dispensation. And you'll be hearing chartered agriculturists. Those are the only people that will be recognized by the laws in Nigeria to engage in agricultural consultancy. We are getting to a level in which experts would have to be in charge of strategic agricultural issues in Nigeria. In most countries, you don't just see it as an all-common affair. Somebody will just say, because I know this, I want to. Yeah. If you want to be a crop production consultant, you must have sound knowledge of genetic engineering, molecular genetics. You must know how this crop will function under different conditions. Do you understand? You don't just say, I have this experience, I've been in the farm for like forever, I can do this. No. Do you understand? So we have consultants, and we will continue to have consultants in agriculture. That is what we need to sustain the next phase of our revolution around you. You understand? That will always help you with your enterprise. I don't think we have more questions at this level. Yes. Yeah. Now we've gotten the land. Let's start preparing the well drained. Our soil must be well drained. You understand? Must be well drained. But basically, cassava is a survival crop. It's a survival crop. In most cases, cassava will always survive. In most cases, it will always survive. But then, best farming practices. In manufacturing, you say best manufacturing practice. These are standard conditions to get optimal value. You understand? So in our own best agricultural practices now, let's get our soil to the well drain. Then let's make ridges. Maybe. Ridges. Yeah, let's make ridges. Sorry. Let's make ridges. Let's get, okay, we all know what ridges are. They actually improve our yield. I know some clients, they don't make Oinkobi in some areas, Oinkobi. You just get a soft soil and plant there.
No, but it depends on the new, like you are saying about the land that is not a thick forest.
Yeah.
You build trees.
Yeah.
In our own knowledge,
Yeah,
that
more
place is being
fertile.
fertile. You don't need to cultivate it or to break this. You have
Basically,
Does it is very important to
it's for you to be able to manage your yield and be able to have enough room for your tubers to grow. Do you understand? When you make the ridge, it's an heap. So your tubers can always have the benefit of extending beautifully.
Yeah.
Than having to cram into the hard soil.
It's also very essential to do a soil test before you even get
In cassava, it might not be necessary. It's only if you want to mix crop with some other crops. Cassava is always going to survive.
I know somebody had this.
Soil acidity, neutrality, and the basic. Cassava will always try. Of course, you don't know IIT. That will give you good yield, beautiful yield. Because we used to use TMS 30572, 41425, and a good number of varieties.
Come again.
No,
Yeah,
sir?
You are mentioning.
Okay, you want to get the varieties.
Yes, sir.
Okay, TMS 30572. These are scientific. Anyway, TMS. A local farmer will call Shombo. They have their own local name. But we
TMS 30572.
30572, NR 8082,
NR
8082, TMS 421425. IIT. Yeah.
TMS what?
IIT, International Institute of Tropical
Make sure
Agriculture.
that they have a scheme where
TMS.
they give you the stem free of charge.
I'm coming. TMS 421425. Yeah, I did. Now, 1425. I think I have the
code for stems.
They are the codes. They are the codes we use. They are genetic codes. Stems, yes. For different stems. We have 10 new varieties that will be released this year from Umudike, National Root Crop Research Institute in Umudike. In fact, Umudike is doing better job at cassava research than even IIT. Because IIT is in the West and is more popular than international district. They are more popular and all that. Umudike is doing nicer work. And most of the things IIT is adopting and research is done at Umudike. So they are going to release 10 brand new varieties of cassava stems this year. And I'm very sure they are going to be giving us, the major parameters are the nutritional value of cassava. Yeah, the primary thing now is the nutritional value of cassava. We are looking at an era in which cassava will not only be a starchy product, it will have an element of protein and vitamins. So they are trying to inculcate strains of vitamins A and all that into cassava.
Are those not the one they said will take like 7 months to use and have high water?
No, they are
They're
different.
not the ones who-
One thing is this system that would bring together all these wonderful qualities.
Exactly.
So it depends on what you want to produce. If I want to produce cassava starch, now I want to ensure that the stem I'm planting is a variety that would have high starch content. If I want to supply glucose and fructose manufacturing plants, industrial glucose and fructose manufacturing plants, the cassava they need must be rich in starch. At Ekagro, they were supplying cassava. People were supplying cassava. They didn't have to stop them from supplying. The first thing we need to do now is to bring a stem from the farm for us to analyze and be sure of the starch content. The starch content must be 80% up. Because that is what the glucose and fructose industry need. In the cassava flour mill, it doesn't matter. You understand? So all this thing depends on what you want to produce. So you can't get a wonderful cassava stem that will comprise all the potential. It will have vitamin, it will have starch content, it will have, and it's maybe not now. Do you understand? But you just look at, okay, I want to use my cassava for gari, which is a consumable product. Let me go for the stem that has high nutritional value. You understand? So basically, those are the parameters. Those are the reasons why you have different steps. So each of them depends on what you want to do with them. Yeah, very good. The nutritional cassava is going to be very, very good in Africa because we are mostly malnourished in Africa, and we are basically a carbohydrate economy, a carbohydrate continent. That's why we are here today. Some of us are not really as big as we should be. So with the new cassava that has higher nutritional value, we would get to that level. Then 6-7 months cassava. Yes, basically, I am not an advocate of shorter crop cycles. Professionally, from my experience with genetic research, I am not an advocate of shorter life cycles. How many of us understand what GM products are? GM products, genetic modified products. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. What are the arguments that you favor with GM products?
Favor
Or disfavor or contradict?
I think the issue there is on health ground.
On health ground.
There has not been genuine and complete research on how safe these things
How
are.
safe this GM products are.
Linkage, suspicion, linkage of cancer with
some of the GM products. Beautiful. Yeah, who else has an opinion? This is a very important junction that we are getting into with the issue of varieties. Who else has an opinion on GM products? Sir, do you have any? What is it called here? Genetically modified products. Crops, livestock that have been genetically produced.
Because of that suspicion, I remember at the time in Zimbabwe,
Yeah.
they had a drought and short of milk supply.
Yeah.
America promised to give them a certain percentage of genetically
Modified, yeah,
maize products in their country, so that they can experiment while they are not consuming.
They are not consuming. Yeah. And mostly in war-torn regions like Sudan, like Sierra Leone, when United Nations is telling them they are bringing food for you, they mostly bring GM products,
Bringing for research,
which they are not actually consuming in their own countries. Now,
What do you mean by
genetically modified product is this. Okay, before we used to have 12 months cassava. Now we have 9 months. What happened? It was a product of genetic research. That was why we were able to produce a 9 months cassava stem. It's a manipulation of the genes to produce new set of varieties.
Exactly.
That is what genetic modification means. Now, although I have my own bias also, I'm an agronomist, crop production, and one of the major aspects of crop production is genetic engineering. And we were trying to argue for and against GM products. Although we have not been able to establish any health hazard in Africa here on GM products, but we have read literatures from foreign libraries that have attributed health hazards to GM products.
The problem in Africa is that we don't have the equipment and facilities to actually
check
to analyze all these things really and test ourselves, because there are some diseases that we are experiencing now that were not being experienced before, and it's because of we are not doing enough research in this area. That's what we're having. We are reading in the literature. It's affecting us because
you are right. Africa is a receiver.
Okay, sir.
Africa is not a giver of knowledge and ideas. Africa is a receiver. We are not givers. It's not our fault. It's an evolutionary disorientation.
Because they always want to say everything we do. They said cassava has cyanide. What have we not said again when we were eating it? Now they are coming to eat.
And maybe nothing has happened to us.
Until somebody start dying, we change.
But basically, it is
whatever we do is wrong. They are correct.
We are correct ourselves now. It's our orientation of our knowledge base. As Africa goes into a level in which Africa will say Africa can sustain Africa. Yes. No, it depends on them.
We are not masters.
Germany, America, Western Europe, and all that. Let them live today. Nothing will happen to Haiti. They will collapse. Omuduke is there. But then, bottom line to sir.
Like what Baba just said, it is only we Africans that we are cleaning ourselves.
Yeah.
We talk of chicken.
Yeah.
isn't it? It's an African, it's a Nigerian.
Yeah.
This Abalaka is been able to, he was able to come up with HIV virus that can kill it from the water site. He collected all those stars from there. But we connect what God endowed us to.
Yeah.
But like, see now, like what you are trying to do for us now is cherished. We don't know it. What you are trying to do for us here today, I so much cherish it. That's how you are putting America, you are putting China, assuming if to say our past leaders, since the colonialists left us here, all this kind of thing you have just, you young guy are just dishing out to us now. Nigeria, even Africa as a whole, but they haven't been higher than this.
Yes.
Let me tell you one thing. All this country that you are putting, they can never do away without Africa. All this video, this television and everything, African invented.
Exactly.
African. And by the base man. All these cyclists, motorcycle, African invested.
Basically,
we are trying. I think we can never. Yeah, it's only these people that are there. I don't try to way forward.
Let's be political. Do we really believe in ourselves?
We should.
We should, but as at now, I tell you, Africans don't really have confidence in Africans.
We're sorry for those who don't think.
It's our problem that we must solve. It's a riddle we must solve ourselves. Then two, we have problem with self-confidence. Can we really do it? Can we really shape the world? Can we really be up on our hopes?
I think it's changing now.
It's changing. Yeah, it's changing.
That's why we are even here.
Basically, it's changing. And I hope it's continuing to change. Because those are the things that change China, that change Singapore, that change China, that change major economies of the world that we are now quoting. Before anything must start, we must trust ourselves. We really must trust ourselves. If a Nigerian is made,
I think with what you are saying, we are talking about motivation on its own.
Motivation.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
So that should be a topic
On its own. So basically,
another seminar can be designed to motivate.
Cassava.
But basically, we cannot be separated from our environment. From our issues. We cannot run away from it. These are the realities. Now, GM products. Now, at the point we were saying in Africa, in Nigeria, we are isolated. In Africa, nobody brings GM products to us. In Africa, we are eating natural. You understand? Nigeria currently now is about 140 million population. 167 now. And we need to grow food for ourselves. The major challenge we have now is that our food crop takes longer time to grow. And that time does not match up with the exponential rate at which our population is increasing. And if you have that deficit, that situation, there will be famine. There will be acute shortage of food, which we have now. Nigeria is underfed. Nigeria is undernourished. You understand now? We import billions of tons of pot of rice every day to this country. We cannot even feed ourselves, even on basic price. So now, GM now coming. Because our population is growing at a faster rate than our food. Before, maize was like 4 months. People that need to eat maize every day, would they wait for 4 months for maize to grow? Cassava was 12 months. Are we going to be in hunger for cassava to reach 12 months? And genetic research started coming in. How can we reduce the germination period of these crops? Those are what we call genetic modification. So in Nigeria, I tell you, we are eating tons and tons of GM products every day. The cassava we're talking about that IFTA currently distributes to farmers are GM products. Farmers for free. Farmers planted it. It grows fast. Farmers love it. And we are eating Gary. We are eating those things. That honestly, an explosive population, the growing world, will not survive for long without GM.
That is 4.
Whether we like it or
4.
And that modification you are talking about.
Against,
It's not a serious modification, genetic modification. That one of 12 months to 9 months, 7 months.
Before
for example, that maize that was brought to Zimbabwe was actually 4 weeks.
Yeah, 4 weeks.
Yes.
No, even in Nigeria.
4 months.
Sir, even in Nigeria,
Yes.
NCRI,
4 weeks.
NCRI, look up. NCRI is now giving us 8 weeks National Cereal Research Institute. It's in Badegi in Nigeria State. They are basically researching into developed by our local scientists. We will get to 6 weeks. We will get to 4 weeks. We will get to 2 weeks. So let's go on. Then our land preparation. Our land preparation is also important. We need to use weed control and glyphosate. We can use like 4.5 liter per hectare before we eventually start the planting. Do you understand that? We use glyphosate. It's actually a pre-weeding weed control.
Use what?
Glyphosate. Yeah. Planting. That is actually the easiest thing anyway.
I think the process of all this, what I say is
Yeah, I'm trying to summarize it.
I think it's better for us to actually
The processing.
the processing area. That's where we need to stop for because
Yeah.
most of us lose the planting, push them on the ground.
Yeah, but basically some don't know.
We don't know.
So
We are greyhound.
okay, madam.
If you know you want to improve. If you know you want to improve.
Yeah, whoever will say should come first than what to produce.
Yeah, you are more.
If you allow me to take us,
But basically also the production must make sense. Because it's the production that will give the figures.
That's right.
Absolutely. You understand? So, the planting also, we normally start planting March, April. We could plant in October every year. Things are changing actually. We are in the era of climate change. We're getting to a phase in which we really can't say these are specific periods for these things. When you will not expect rain to fall, rain will start falling. And when you will not expect rain to stop, rain will stop. Aftermath of global warming, aftermath of an increasing world. So in agriculture currently one of the major challenges you have in agriculture is flowing with the climatic trend. We've been having issues in West Africa. Trying to flow.
So sorry. Actually, when you said about the mixing of cassava during plantation with soya bean, I want to particularly make mention of this region, our southwest area, which belongs to the tropic area. We have more rain, and this soya beans does not require much rain.
Yeah. It depends
and it's mostly planted in the north. Because I know I've been there and I see a lot of soya beans.
We plant very well in Shaki.
Plant them around
Shaki and saying we plant soya bean very well. In fact, we see suppliers from Shaki.
It's favorable.
When it's favorable, you see suppliers from Shaki bringing suppliers of 120, 150 tons of soya bean. Grown in Shaki. Grown in saying. Grown in Alate. Okay, generally. Do you understand? There are certain agronomic measures you must
observe. What you're talking about, they hardly mix soya beans with cassava.
I've mixed soya beans cassava on my farm.
Secretary.
Yeah. It's basically science. You understand? It's basically science. Purely science. You must know which chemical to use at which stage. Those are the things that will make up for any defect in the combination. Do you understand that? It's a scientific world now. You must know which one will be good for cassava at 6 weeks. Then which one will be good for your soya bean at 8 weeks. Then which one will you use that will not affect, that will be good for your soya bean, but that will not affect your cassava negatively.
That's right.
You understand? Those are agronomic measures that you must scientifically be able to deduce. We must feed Nigeria.
Yes.
The ethic of how to do it is our problem as scientists. But ultimately, we must feed Nigeria. Nigeria is hungry. Nigeria is hungry. Emphatically, Nigeria is hungry. And we must feed Nigeria. If you are going to put a stop on all our importations of food, sir?
My 12, there's no shortage.
At my 12, yeah, there is of money. At my 12, there is no shortage of food. But there is also we don't also have purchasing power. Nigeria is very, I want to be optimistic.
Yeah.
But I'm not, for the sake of this class, I want us to have accurate figures. I want us to know the position of things. I want us to know the market size, the market potential. Nigeria is acutely underfed. In fact, the United Nations has confirmed it. We are one of the poorest underfed countries in the world. And we are producing. But we are not getting to the optimum capacity. That's why we are here. And we are not also doing best practice.
Our consumption is more than we waste a lot.
We waste a lot. It is because our science is not right. Do you understand now? Our science is not right. They will say, so what has taken the previous generations years to do, the new generation, because of our scientific facilities, we can do it in lesser times and with lesser effort. That's the basic. So our science must also be right. Our growing methods must also be right. It must be scientific, it must be perfect. Then the next thing is, okay, planting. Yeah, of course, we're going to make ridge. 25 centimeter stem 40.
Okay, it's not a manual.
Sir?
It's not a manual. Or it's manual.
It's manual. Basically, it depends on our capacity.
Yes.
When I was planning this lecture, I was trying to the fundamentals, the basic. I want to be perfect and sure that everybody is going to get something. So if we have bigger investments, yeah, we do mechanized. But of course, for the sake of everybody, let's talk manual. Anybody that wants to get mechanized can always get mechanized.
Yes.
Then I start.
You have to start from somewhere. You have to start from somewhere.
Yeah, you start to mechanize, but it's ready for startups.
Yeah, exactly.
How much am I going to rent this thing? Okay, I'm on the farm. With just 1 or 2 boys in the local community.
Yeah.
I can do the planting myself. 1 hectare, 2 hectares. And what will it? And you want to minimize your production cost to the barest minimum. You're not doing any other thing apart from that business. And you're on the farm, you have a small room there. You are like a farm manager yourself. But when you start doing 5 hectares, 10 hectares, you are getting to an industrial level, a commercial level. You are getting to a company. In fact, you are a company. You should be doing agriculture as a commercial level. Don't do it as a subsidiary of your already existing company. Go and create an industry, an organization, a structure. Even if it's going to be an enterprise, fine. But let it be agriculture based. Let it stand on its own. Let it generate its own income. Let it survive on its own. Let it be a business on its own. Don't just say, I'm into agriculture, it's subsidiary of any kind of a enterprise. No.
Do you have a list of how much charges
Each process takes?
like for clearing?
Yeah.
No,
It's in the manual. Yeah. We've done the analysis of how much per stage.
Your big box, class. You can just
Clearing, stem, how much you want to buy it, how much you want to do ridges. The entire thing till harvest. We have done it. Okay, we have done a breakdown of the figures for 5 hectares and for 1 hectare.
So for 5 hectares,
It's about 350,000. 350,000 for the entire operation. For the entire operation.
Clearing.
Everything.
how many hectares?
5.
5 hectares.
Yeah, 5 hectares.
For 5 hectares for the
And it's a
advice.
multiple of that figure. You can always use your 5 hectare analysis to get figures for 20. You get that? Yeah, so I think most people are really in the hurry. They really want us to go into that money aspect.
Yes,
So we should
How you started it?
Sir?
You started it like that.
I know. I started that.
It's the bottom line.
No, it's the most important thing. Anyway, it's the bottom line. So, okay, these are the manuals. Anyway, the post-planting root control, fertilizer application, harvesting, business plan is there, and all that. The mixed cropping is there. Yeah, let's go to the buyers.
Sorry, sir.
Yes, sir.
Please, can you emphasize on the mixed cropping? Can you talk to us about
Okay, yeah. Basically, this is one thing that we must also work on very well. Because for us to get maximum yield per hectare, we must ensure we can have as many returns coming out from that. As in, we must ensure that yes, I have maximally. Let me plant cassava. Let me plant maize. Let me now. And it takes power. It takes power. It takes power. It takes blood. They don't look.
Wow.
Just labor.
Okay.
Do you understand? So I want to be sure that if I really want to go into maize plantation, I will ensure that I can have my processing facilities. I can have my dryers, electric, or mechanized on my farm.
That's the advantage in the north.
That's the advantage in the north, yeah. But we are in the south.
This is still on the
Yeah, of course. Before they harvest,
the farm.
it will dry.
Will dry it.
But in the West here, we don't have such
everywhere.
climatic condition. So we have to create that condition for ourselves. We have to dry. Pregnant feeds at Ibadan, at the express, in the same factory with flour, they grow grains. Although they give us LPOs most times, supply grain. But the reason why I don't do business with them is they offer ridiculous prices. They will say, give us maize for 9,000, but bring any quantity that you have. It is, you have 1 million tons, bring it. But most people don't want to supply them because their price is too low. Abasanjo, even as bad as Abasanjo farm is, they still buy better than them. Abasanjo farm is bad. Abasanjo farm is bad. But then, they still buy better than pregnant feeds. So pregnant feeds now have to start growing their maize in Okirugu. And of course, they have their own facilities at the industrial level to dry them and get them ready for the factory.
And they don't rent it out.
Yeah?
They don't rent
They
it
don't
out.
rent it out, rent it. It's their own consumption. So basically, maize is also an industrial crop. Then legume. Watermelon, melon is a legume. But if you don't want to plant melon, you can plant another melon. If you don't want to plant melon, you can plant another legume. It depends on the planting method.
So you have beans.
Like meat.
Beans.
Yeah, you do beans, but then managing beans, you need to understand the agronomy. Very well. You need to understand the agronomy. Your agronomy was perfect.
What about watermelon?
Yeah, you do watermelon, you also must understand the
Granules.
agronomy. Very well.
Granite.
You must understand the agronomy. Very well. The agronomy is this: you must look for a common chemical, a common base for all the crops. If you're going to be using pre-weeding control, you must ensure that the particular chemical you're going to use is favorable to all the weeding crops. Anything you are doing, it must be applicable to all the 3 crops. That is the agronomy I'm talking about. Because once you grow contradictory crops, then it becomes a problem. You want to apply a fertilizer that will be good for this and will not be good for this. This one will grow, this one will start burning. You understand? That is why I say you can plant anything, but you must understand the agronomy very, very well. It must be perfect. Maize and cassava and melon are basically the normal, most common, that are tolerable. Your maize with your cassava is tolerable. Your melon with your cassava is tolerable. But if you want to do any other crop outside that, you must sit down and look at the science. You can call me, you can go to Notori, you can go to Syngenta, they produce agrochemicals. You tell them, I want to plant maize, this together. Give me common herbicides, give me common pesticides, give me common fertilizers for the 3 crops. Do you get it?
Yes.
It's very, very important. 2 things. It is important for us to get the maximum yield from our farmlands per hectare. And it's also important for us to plant tolerable crops. Crops that can tolerate themselves.
Sorry, can I ask you? Which one do you, as an expert, advise me
to do? Yeah, I'm going to say which one am I doing? Do you understand? I grow soya bean. I'm an advocate of soya bean. I grow soya bean very well. I grow cassava. Not too well, but very well too. Do you understand now? I grow them combined together. I grow maize too, but not in commercial quantities. The maize I grow, I'm not planning to sell them. I'm planting them for my own consumption. Do you understand? And they tolerate themselves. Do you understand? They tolerate themselves. You just need to get a list of, I might get that for you anyway. You need to get a list of chemicals you want to use. Very, very good. Your agronomy must be right. It will go very well, but your agronomy must be right. You must, as a person, have the knowledge of how to manage that situation, that farm. It's a cluster now. They're growing 3 crops: maize, soybean, cassava. You must ensure that you understand how you are going to apply. I'm going to give you the chemical. I can give you the chemical you're going to use. But then you also, as a person, must be able to understand how you're going to manage the farm itself. Do you understand? It's not a problem anyway. Grow 2 crops. Grow 2 crops. Grow your maize with cassava.
Maize.
Yeah, grow maize with your cassava.
And that question, the problem is just highlighted, drying and all that.
You can, because I'm not doing it, doesn't mean you can do it.
That's right.
I'm sharing my own personal experience. But because I'm not doing it, because I'm not drying maize, does not mean you can dry maize. Even if you don't want to dry, you get fabrication.
You want to dry, even at the rainy season, you want to dry.
You can dry.
You have to.
That's why I'm asking the one that will cost to get those dryers.
Okay.
Because I'm not to go to that
Buy
extent.
Yeah, you don't get different sizes of
Are you
size.
getting me now?
You blow here into it.
You want to
Hot
the
here.
new technology locally. You buy black nylon like
It's
this.
here.
You know nylon, boom.
Another hot here.
So
And
you
first kind of
spread
this.
it, and you have to.
So to be turning that.
because during the rainy season,
After
then you
about 2
spread
minutes of that.
those are maize. You can
Most
go to
of
seller
them
to sell it for those. You can sell it. You have a machine now.
Okay.
You can sell the maize for home. So after selling that, then you
Okay.
So
I'm getting it.
and anytime you feel as if the rain want to fall, you quickly go there and hit the site. So the next day, that's how we do it.
But if you are being commercial farmer,
I am telling you that's how we do it. God knows.
For industrial,
If you want to go and buy dryer,
Yes. We're talking about industrial.
this machine will show you what to do.
Yeah.
Since you are not just going to do it,
I'm talking about the dryer. I was explaining the dryer to them. It actually works with hot air. You understand? But just as I said, it depends on your level of investment. And more so, you don't build Rome in a day. The building of Rome till it is now is a process over the century. But that does not mean that if you have the investments, that you cannot do it now. If you have the investment to produce 1,000 metric tons of maize, do it. Do you understand that? Get your dryer. It doesn't take long to dry maize.
it can be fabricated.
Can be fabricated. Technoquip will fabricate for you. Engineer Machine will fabricate for you. I take DP, Lagos State Ministry of Agriculture, Engineer Balogun, he writes for my paper today. He can fabricate for you. You understand? All these things depends on the size of your investment. What you have
And it's money.
is money. That is
So that's why
it.
we are recommending.
It's money. Yeah, it's money. I was going to talk about the buyers, but do you have any question at this level? Buyers. Okay. Before now, do anybody has any question that might take us back into the...
Are you convinced that the universities are training, the colleges are training enough people in all areas? Because you are not emphasized commercial. This man takes his goods to my 12 and suffers them.
Goods to my 12.
Are we training enough people to prevent this? Because if we have people to help to market it, like commercial people, those will not be getting rotten at my 12.
Yeah. Now, do we currently have enough people, enough experts, enough marketing experts in agriculture
Yes.
that can ensure that we have alternative markets for our produce? That's the question, sir. Yes, I think I've mentioned that earlier when I talk about the Institute of Professional Agriculturists of Nigeria, that the institute is currently bringing together. It's not training them. They've already been there. It's given an umbrella to come together into a unit as the body of knowledge in Nigerian agriculture. Here you can have access to expert services and opinion. And as it is now, I think everybody in this room need more expert services on the aspect of the marketing than even on the aspect of the production. But I also tell you that we also need experts also on the aspect of the production. Agronomy is not something that you can also toy with. It is when you have a good produce that you can have a good market. You understand, sir? So confidently I can tell you, sir, that we have experts on agricultural marketing in Nigeria now at all the 6 geopolitical zones that can provide expert services when it comes to marketing. Wow.
Information.
Yeah.
Those people are there and people are not making use of the knowledge they are
They will still be asking for knowledge.
Exactly.
That's just it. We got to know about this training one way or the other.
Yeah.
And then when people seek, when you don't know, you seek for knowledge, you are empowered.
Exactly.
So what most of our people that we are talking about are not seeking for it, so they can't find it.
And that is why I said the Nigerian farmer must help them. I said that earlier.
Is farm settlement.
Okay.
We may need like a support, like getting this mechanized equipment, getting all this information. You understand? When you want to practice, all this knowledge, even when you read it, but by application, you will need people to guide you, especially for the first timer. You understand? My own question is, how do we get those supports?
He's a consultant now.
Even apart from the consulting, cassava is one of the easiest crops to grow. Tell you, cassava is one of the easiest crops to grow. You understand? The problem is not really growing cassava. The problem starts when you want to combine cassava with some other crops. And I think we've solved that. Then, besides that, the problem comes maybe when you want to have access to the farm inputs. What about the fertilizer? Government has not only removed subsidy from petrol, they have also removed subsidy from fertilizer.
That's right.
In fact, before they remove subsidy on petrol, they remove subsidy on fertilizer.
Yes,
and I think that was my editorial in the November 2011 edition of Agriculture Today on the issue of subsidy removal in fertilizer. I believe that by removing subsidy from fertilizer, the cost of producing per hectare for farmer will grow.
yes, that's right.
And that will naturally mean that the cost of food prices will also go up.
Yes.
Well, that's what they said. They said they want to support production. I think
No,
There's a lot of fraud in this.
that is also the problem. Look up, the cabal that you see people entering governor's office.
Exactly.
You want to get 10,000 trailers that they will go and divert to Ghana and go and sell. That is when they have friends around them. I've also had to lobby for fertilizer in the state. As in, it's equivalent. Because it's cheaper. Friends of the governors, friends of the commissioner want to get bulk of what the entire village should get.
Exactly.
They want to get it and go and sell it at commercial level. You understand? And government felt, no. You will remove subsidy from fertilizer. Everybody should buy fertilizer at the same rate. In fact, the president said if anybody should bring anything for him on fertilizer importation, he's going to tear it. And government should go and buy fertilizer, he's going to tear it. Anybody that wants to buy fertilizer should go and buy fertilizer on his own. Good for government, bad for farmers. And that's one thing about our policies. There was a balance in policy.
Were the farmers getting it before? Before they were they getting it?
The farmers before. No, basically, they were getting it, but the numbers
Quantity.
and the quantity they were getting
Exactly.
was low.
Now it's higher.
But it is better than nothing.
people are those. The issue is that it's not that they are not getting it.
That system was not sustainable. You have to agree to that.
Sir, honestly, I can see reason from both sides.
Exactly.
But one thing I always clamor for is this: any policy must have human face.
Yeah, that's
Let me just play it. For example, the fertilizer that's required maybe for Nigeria, maybe it's just maybe we need 10. You understand? But because of the corruption, they will bring 100. You understand? Why, like 90 will go out, 10 will still go to and which is okay, but because of the corruption, you understand?
Yeah.
I think the key is structure of
right now. People get 3,005, 3,000 to go and buy fertilizer. Do you understand? But before, they could get it for 1,250 from government schemes. Do you understand? So this thing is not because we are here. You understand? Inside the city and inside the AC. But when we are outside there, and we come to the level of these guys, honestly, we understand what these things mean. Now, let's go. I'm not sure I have it in the manual. Yeah. I wish to have a flip chart. Okay, that is I wish to use a flip chart. Right. Okay, let me just go EKHA Agro Limited. EKHA Agro Limited. Yeah, they are manufacturers of industrial glucose. They are P&P Boston. EKHA. Yeah, Agro Limited. Yeah, EKA. They are P&P Boston. They manufacture industrial glucose. Yeah, P&P Boston. Ibafo, State. Yeah, EKA Agro.
You said they are
P&P Boston. I'm not telling their policy.
Ibafo.
Yeah, Ibafo.
Where?
Ibafo.
State.
Yeah, State.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before it. Now, I've supplied these guys. I can't remember I can't even recount the volume of cassava I've supplied them personally. And I can't even remember the volume of cassava I've been fighting to supply them. I know their policy inside out. I got to work with them from their executive director.
That's cassava tubers.
Cassava tubers. They don't give LPOs.
Okay.
They don't give LPOs. Most cassava tubers buyers don't give LPOs. They don't give LPOs. What they do is this: you go to the company before, just driving, without even informing them before, just driving with trailer load of cassava, they will buy. They are looking for it, but then they have problem with the starch content of those cassava, and we're calling that loss.
Okay,